Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is your favorite, well, I'm hoping it's your favorite midnighter, midnight, your uncle, your grandpa, whatever you want to call me. I got something to show you, and no, it's not that dusty keyboard. But let's take a look out here. I'm gonna go out in the hallway. Take a look at this. See anything? Of course not, because the AC is off. All we have to do, or all we have, is this ceiling fan right there. Hello, Midnighters. Yes, I'm walking outside, so you are coming with me for a moment. What are we going to be talking about today? Well, good question. All right. So what we're talking about today is the video that I've been putting out lately, changing things up, seeing how y'all like that. It comes across to me that since there's a lot of viewers, I have 11K viewers and 54 subscribers. Well, if viewers only paid the money, I'd be rich upon belief. But anyways, how are y'all doing out there? How is God treating you today? Huh? How is Adonai treating y'all all today? Other than the AC, which I can't complain, y'all. God has blessed me pretty well, actually. And I'm talking kind of quietly because several people stepped out to see what was happening. But anyways, other than the AC not working, God has treated me pretty well. He's providing for me. And let's talk about family also, shall we? Since you're my family also. I come out here and do YouTube because, well, y'all are my family. I love y'all like family. And so thus, plus for those family members that can't see me on a daily basis, this is another reason why I do it. My health, it could do better. I'm still walking, but it's, I'm finding out that there's a lot more things wrong with me physically than right. No, I'm not gonna die. Don't worry, family. I'm not gonna croak on you right now. As I once stated, I don't believe God is done with me yet. I have people out there who will take over for me if I can't do this whole YouTube thing. Like whether I'm unable, whether I'm, dead and gone, whatever. And yes, this is a family channel. but death is a part of life. You know, we shouldn't be afraid of the word die or dying or death. We should actually embrace it, not go directly to it and do something to ourselves. No, but we shouldn't be afraid of it either. You know, it's not like a falling off of a roller coaster when it's upside down type of fear. You know. Now, I'm not saying that totally be unafraid of it, because a healthy amount of fear, such as a car is coming your way and you accidentally step out into the street, like right when it's coming, and then you notice it's coming, and so you step out of the street because you're afraid of that car hitting you. That's a healthy type of fear. Or if you took dip for a long time and smoking and whatnot for a very long time, and you notice your health is declining, that is a healthy fear. If that health is telling you, hey, because of such and such, stop, that is a healthy amount of fear. But I didn't come on here to do a tangent about death and whatnot. No, I came on here about wanting to talk about what I'm going to talk about now. And this is going to be talked about many times. One is mental illness, mental disabilities. Like me, take my situation. I have a slower learning process than other people. My learning process doesn't move as fast as others. Thus, I get frustrated. Now, God has helped me, and my family has helped me a lot in controlling my feelings towards certain things I can't control. There's no use in getting angry about the things you can't control, That's just life. You can't control it, move on. The other thing I'm going to talk about, and this is kind of hard for me, that's why I'm saying a lot, is autism. I can talk about this because, I've seen it in person many times. And I'm not gonna, tell you who has it, that I know. Being whether a family member or not, I'm not gonna tell you that because it's none of your business. But there are all different types and spectrums of autistic spectrums out there. One where, they are not a talkative type of spectrum, where they don't talk and they do rock and stuff like that, but they may gesture what they want or something like that. You have to get a type of a program on our app on your iPad for them to touch and stuff like that, and that's kind of interesting. Then the other spectrum is where you can talk, you can function as normal people almost. When this person was younger, I watched this person as a kid. When he was younger, he stood too close to the TV. And I recently witnessed that he doesn't do it anymore. So certain things that they've done as kids, they do grow out of, and this is like one of those autistic people that wasn't so much autistic, that he couldn't get out of, Looking at this person now, you wouldn't tell if he was autistic or not, if you didn't already know it. But yeah, there's mental health problems out there too. I understand that stress is a big cause of that. You ever find yourself in a stressful situation? Get out of that stressful situation, Excuse me. As you could see there, I almost ripped out my headphones out of my ears. That would not be good for y'all, because y'all wouldn't be able to hear me, I don't think. But yeah, mental disabilities and stuff like that is not fun. Growing up with it myself, of course I had great family and everything around me to help me get past of all this, and I don't have a topic. Well, I guess I do have topics today, and it pays to write down things on paper and stuff like that so that you'll know what you're going to talk about, because I just turned on the camera here talking, not expecting to have anything really to talk about, but yeah, I'm wondering, what are y'all blessed about? Because there are 1,000 things that I can think of right now that I'm blessed for. I'm blessed to have a great family who love me. I'm blessed to have a roof over my head, food in the cabinets in there, the freezer, whatnot. I'm blessed that I get to sit outside most times and have my coffee or talk to my cousins if they come over and sit outside with. I'm just equally blessed to see cars going up and down the street here, to hear it rain when it does rain outside, from the comfort of this little area here. We need to fix the leakage that happens from this black border here, because when it rains it does leak in there. But that's not for me to fix, you know. But you remember I was telling you about the roofers, right? Yeah, well, a few days after the roofers left, no, a week maybe after the roofers got done and everything. And the roof looks great, by the way. Nothing on the roofers because they did a great job. Then an inspector came and inspected the whole entire attic and whatnot, and the roof situation and whatnot. Um, and then about a week later, our AC stopped when it had no reason to stop. You know, we weren't doing anything to that AC, so but it's currently being worked on, slowly but surely. So I hope it doesn't get really hot before, you know, we need the AC. Of course, we all have fans in our rooms and whatnot. We also have a dehumidifier on, but not running. I don't know why, but it's not running right now. When it, you know, first was open and everything, it was running, but it's no longer running now. But yeah, this world is stressful and will, be stressful if you let it. Now, I remember, way back in my day, back in my childhood days, I guess. But hold on, let's show you something up here. I am looking at two beautiful sights. Hold on. Check this out, guys. I don't know if you can see that. Let's get a zoom up. Can you see that? Those are birds. Probably listening to what I have to say. Yes, those were birds, as you could tell. But anyways, this has been your friendly neighborhood midnight saying, God loves you, your parents love you, your grandparents love you, your aunts, uncle, your nieces, nephews, your cousins love you, and last but not least, I love you. I will catch you in the next vlog or in the next live, which I'm planning on doing one sometime tonight. So you might see me or you might not. Plans change, unfortunately, and we can't always be in a certain place or do a certain thing. I've recently done a Bible study of sort on the Ten Commandments. Let me know how you like that, because I'm going to be planning on doing more things like that. And so yeah, I see a couple with their cute little doggy. I love dogs. Maybe it's not a couple, well, I don't know. The man has long hair and Has it in a bun. I don't know if that's a man or not. Can't tell. But yeah. Like I said, plans do change from time to time. Changes happen all the time. And all we have to do is just grin and bear it. We can't, like, be all depressed and whatnot. That's not gonna help anyone. So I will talk to you later. Bye.